everybody, checking in for November 2025 for the Concrete CMS Town Hall. We're here to talk about how things are going with Concrete. Did a core release this month with some simple bug fixes, but also a bunch of logging improvements. We've got a check-in with the PRB for what's going on in the marketplace. We've got a cool site that we found in the wild about whiskey. And yeah, just good wishes for the holiday season that is coming upon us. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know what happened with Concrete CMS in the last month. That includes our latest patch release for Concrete, 9.4.6. This is a pretty small release, but if you're running 9.4, you definitely want to update to it. There is one new feature here. We've got a little check that happens on our dashboard pretty URLs page that shows if it thinks that your site is properly configured to use pretty URLs. So just a nice little guardrails feature there that came from the community. We've added a lot of logging behind the scenes. So if you rely on logging for compliance or security or any sort of checking on your site and see how it's operating, you're definitely going to want to update to this. We've added a lot of logging entries for lots of common operations. The remove old page versions task is now more efficient and handles a larger data set. So thanks Biplob for that. And then one large bug fix that we fixed, you probably wouldn't see, but it might make your site run a lot smoother, particularly if you're using containers on a lot of pages. We had a code path in there that was meant to insert and update some records only once upon the first creation of or the first rendering of a container, a block in a container on a page. But the code was not working properly, and so it would be deleting and recreating those records on every page load. So the page would run fine, and there should be no problem with this, but you're doing a lot of activity in the database that you don't need to be doing. So 9.4.6 fixes this and fixes a number of other small bugs. So definitely check it out and let us know what you think. I'd love to give some shout outs to activity in GitHub. So thanks to everyone in the community who helps with Concrete. We could not do it without you. And that includes this month, Pixel Hero Media, Michael Stelly, Z Partikov, John the Fish, Marco Chioni, Hishi, Tac, Truglis, Catalysis, Bloody Iron, Dan Klassen, Sasha MCR, WTFLM, Biplobice, M. Locati, Dan Klassen, and M. Nakale. Thank you for all the GitHub activity and issue creation and testing that you're doing in GitHub. And thank you so much for keeping Concrete running as a thriving open source project. And thank you again, and we'll see you next month.
Hello, I'm John the Fish, and welcome to the Marketplace News. Our first add-on this month is Skynet Accessibility Scanner. Skynet already have an accessibility widget in the marketplace for adjusting the accessibility within a page. The accessibility scanner interfaces to their external accessibility service, which will scan your website regularly and give you an accessibility report page by page. The accessibility scanner is free. The external service has a tiered pricing structure. Now we have the Esintai AI chatbot. This is a chatbot widget that you can add as a pop-up to your website, and it pulls in an AI-enabled chatbot from Esintai. On the Esintai site, you can then configure the chatbot with information relating specifically to your website. Esintai AI chatbot is free. The external service that it interfaces to has a tiered pricing structure. Now we have the first of 3 add-ons from Macaru. Macaru Page Ratings is a complete page rating management system for your website. Visitors can click buttons to rate pages, and then the rating system can display ratings for individual pages or through page lists, and then there's a dashboard page for managing the whole thing and exporting ratings as a CSV file. Macaru Page Ratings is $25 in the marketplace. And now I'll hand you over to Noor for more from Macaru.
Thank you, John, and hello, good people of the community. Our next two packages are from Macaru Digital. Let's start with Macaru SAML Authentication, which adds SAML 2.0 single sign-on support to your Concrete CMS website. This package is meant for businesses that require strong enterprise-level single sign-on, and you can configure it to use many battle-tested identity providers like Microsoft Azure, OneLogin, or Mini Orange. It also lets you easily map users attributes, and user groups to local Concrete users, attributes, and groups, and is strongly secure by default. Macaru SAML Authentication is $250 in the marketplace. Our last package is Macaru Email Campaign. This package lets you draft and schedule emailing campaigns. You can target users by groups and group sets, or even from an uploaded CSV list. Scheduling is easy and makes it all the more useful and powerful. Feel free to plan your campaigns months in advance. And last but not least, you can append configurable UTM parameters to all links in your messages, so tracking user activity is also possible. Macaru Email Campaign is $50 in the marketplace. That's all for this month. Thank you for your undying devotion. See you next month, and be safe out there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's Sight in the Wild. We have Whiskey Mass, which is a Swiss website that they know everything about whiskey. This is an example of one of our partners' work, Lemon Brain. They partnered with another marketing company called TC Communications. So this is a lovely looking website with some beautiful animation. Look at these here. And then the typography and the color palette looks just great. Very classy for a nice whiskey website. They know all things whiskey. It looks like they also they have a lot of events that you can go to. There's a list. You can see all of their events throughout. Oh, here we go. And side menus looking good. There's one of their events. Beautiful, beautiful photography. There's a lot of attention to detail. All the images look just fantastic. So this is one of our partners, Lemon Brain. And here's their case study on the whiskey website. But yeah, Lemon Brain has been a long-time partner for us. Their websites are always looking good. Let's take a look here. Oh, very nice. Easy to find, about us. Oh, I love this talking monkey. All right, that's it for Sights in the Wild. See y'all next month.
So John was asking me what our take on the geolocation service in the core was. At its best, it does what the core CMS framework should be doing in kind of providing a standard way for developers to be able to request information from any number of different services and get it back in the same way. All right, so if I'm building an extension in Concrete, I want to know, oh, I can use geolocation, and then if somebody swaps out what geolocation service they're using, my add-on or extension will still work. So I believe that's what the framework does, although I think it kind of just ships with one default installation and not a lot of interface for changing it out or entering an API key. So that's probably what needs to change there. It'd be nice if that was flexible first to somebody setting up a site. I think there's another, the other way to think about that is, well, does it need to ship with a free extension already working so somebody who doesn't understand what an API is can just magically have all this behaving? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we really use this in the core very much. Maybe around the address attribute, but it's not central to what Concrete does for the average user. And so, I think we want to kind of lean towards extendability and treating it as a plug and play framework rather than swapping out something that was free that now has a paid model. Let's just make it work with more models. And if one of those happens to be free and we can ship with that, that'd be nice too. There you go. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for helping put that together. And thanks to you for watching. I hope everybody has a great November. Thanks for choosing Concrete, and I hope to see you building cool stuff in the future.